What'd you think of that? That's good stuff, right?
Oh, I mean, that was as good as it gets. Eddie Hearn. Taller than I expected him to be.
Very tall bloke, yes.
Yeah, great green suit. I mean, really.
The suit, the turtleneck, the hair.
Everything he talked about with the boxing game, too. Fascinating
Fascinating,
stuff.
right? A fascinating sport, a fascinating time. And yeah, he's a great promoter. He's a great, look, we know what promoters are. Their job is, I love when people say like, oh, this guy makes it all about him. That's his job. The best promoters and the best promotions have a guy like Eddie Hearn. You're right there with the mic. What's going on?
Yeah, it just keeps slouching down. I don't know what's going on with
the best promotions, the best promoters are the ones who stand up there at the dais and tell you, I know there's Spider-Man, XVB, I know there's this, I know there's Euphoria, I know there's NFL, but on Saturday night, you need to be watching this fight because on Saturday night, that's why I feel like if I went into MMA as a promoter right now, this is no cap, I would be the best promoter in MMA. No, like I'm not even.
You think so?
I don't think so. I know so.
Wow.
I would run circles around everyone. They don't know what they're doing. They stand up there and it's like, all right, who's got the first question? Like, no, get me excited. Get me emotionally invested in this fight, in this journey, in these stories, in these fighters, in these men, why does this matter? I have 1,000 things that I could do on Saturday night, right? I could read a book. I could watch a movie. I could watch Netflix. I could watch Disney Plus. I could watch all these things, right? I could watch a movie, a sports match, God knows what. NBA, NFL, baseball, hockey. There's 1,000 things. Old movies, new movies, young movies, whatever. Tell me why I should watch. Tell me why I should care. They don't do that. Do you see that?
I mean, I guess not.
You don't care. See, I care about these things. Old school Dana White was the best at it. Old school Dana White, and I wanted to ask him about like Vince McMahon. Like I love the science behind promotion.
I was going to say, you've learned from who is it? Paul Heyman.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's who taught you all
this. Look at you talking about pro wrestling.
I'm a diehard now, man. You see Jedi hit me up with some lines for the cage thing?
No, not cage thing. Elimination Chamber, dog.
Elimination Chamber, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
might have to go back to the Brock Lesnar.
He's back, yeah. And I see our guy Dallas_NY.
Yeah, great edits from him, man. I mean, he just can't get enough of his photoshops.
What do we got for this weekend? Hit us.
I got 5 singles and 2 parlays. How hype are you, first of all, 4 Canadians on the card? I know that's what you've been eyeing.
Super hype. Yes, very hype.
You sound like it, man.
I mean, did I know that there were 4 Canadians prior to this moment? Maybe not.
Wow. That's disappointing. I thought you were going to be hyped up. All right, well.
Is this a Contender Series card or? No, I'm just kidding. Wow, tell us about all.
Zero respect. This is a sneaky good card, man. There's some good fights on this card.
I use sneaky good card. Can you? Great main event. I said it. What's sneaky good about the card? Tell me. Here. Exactly what I'll say. Sell me.
All right,
tell me.
You said it before the show. We've got Shavkat on the card.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
great prospect. Undefeated.
People are pretty hyped about him. People want to see him. He's undefeated. Rachmanov, yeah. You gotta. Yep. I'm learning from you with that. Denise Bondar. I mean, curtain jerker. I know you're excited about that.
Yeah, huge.
Wow. Mean Hakeem, Canadian. You're not excited about that?
Mean Hakeem Daoud. Listen, I'm trying to get excited, and all you're giving me is you excited about. Like, tell me, sell me on these fights. What are we betting on? What do we got?
Let's just get into the bets. I'm not the hype man. I'm not the promotion man. Let's just get into the bets. We'll start with the singles. That's
what I'm asking for.
All right. Well, I'll give you some good stats here with the Philip Rowe fight. Philip Rowe, Jason Witt. I'm going with Philip Rowe. I know some people want to go with Jason Witt because of his wrestling, but I just cannot ignore the fact that Rowe's going to have a 10.5-inch reach advantage, 5-inch height advantage, and he's going to have the striking advantage. I mean, it's undeniable. Top all of that, Witt has a very susceptible chin. I mean, incredibly susceptible. Matt Semmelsberger, 16-second knockout. Takashi Sato, 48-second knockout. We saw him get wobbled heavily by Brian Barberena. 5 of his 7 losses have been knocked out. I mean, obviously, Witt, he's going to come in. He's going to try and wrestle Rowe. I mean, he can be held down. We saw it in his last fight against Sosay. But then when they got in the second round, when they got into the exchanges, Rowe ended up knocking him out, and he got the win that way. He's also training with Adolfo Vieira and Jacare at Fusion XL. Don't know how much that's going to help him. I mean, he probably will get taken down at some point, but I just don't think Witt is going to control the fight for the entire 15 minutes. And at some point, they're going to have to exchange. And I think with that reach and height advantage, I think he's going to be able to tag him, and he's going to be able to get him out of here.
All right.
I'm
Like,
gonna
see, I like this is what I was asking for. I was always asking for some emotional investment.
now you're gonna have
Well, now I
you're gonna
have
have the
it-
prelims on. You're gonna have.
I'm going to
you're
be
gonna
watching.
rooting on
I got my
Phillip Rowe.
popcorn. I'll have my home run in pizza.
There you go. Shout out to Tessa.
Shout out to Tessa.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the sponsorship, but I guess we're waiting on a few of those over here. But the second one, I'm gonna.
That was real inside baseball right there, Connor. I like it. That's spicy right there. Did you hear that? Did anyone hear that? No? All right.
CA's not in here right now.
Corporate Alex, that's right.
Yeah. Also,
Where is he?
no love for the Groundhog Day.
You know what? I saw it while you were talking there. It's just a
6
lot.
more weeks of winter.
There's a lot. It's so good. What's the last one? The Shadow? Oh, that's Puxatawny Phil.
Yeah, they're all getting. Different shots of Phil there.
I like it.
Obviously, the movie.
Have you seen the movie? Well before your time.
Yeah, I've seen snippets of it.
You've not actually seen
When it's
the
on
whole
like
thing.
TBS or something, I've seen snippets. All right, let's keep it rolling. I'm going with your boy, Mean Hakeem. I'm going to take him over Mike Trezano. When do we see Hakeem struggle? It's typically when he's going against grapplers. Last time out, Movsar took him down 9 times, kind of dominated the fight. I just don't think he really has that threat here against Trezano. I think this one's going to stay standing. He's only got 1 takedown in 4 UFC fights. And I think Hakeem's going to have a pretty sizable striking advantage in this one. So I think he's probably going to stay on the feet. I think he's probably going to out-volume him. I don't think he's going to knock him out or anything like that. I don't really see a finish happening in this one. But I do think he will out-volume him to a decision win. So I will take Mean Hakeem Dawodu in this one. Dawodu. We practiced that before the show, and I still messed it up.
Never smiled in his life, by the way.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, he is
That's what he
legit.
says.
He is a tremendous guy. Met him. Nice guy, met him. But, I mean, the Mean Hakeem gimmick is for real.
I got deep on his Instagram, and he starts out every video with, yo, it's Mean Hakeem.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah, I heard that about a million times yesterday when I was doing some research. All right, next up, I'm going to go with a prop here.
Okay.
Rachmanov Harris. I'm going to take over 1.5 in this one. Yeah, kind of weird here taking the over in a fight between 2 finishers. Schaff got 100% finish rate. But Carlston Harrison is nice, man. I think some people might be underrating Harris in this one, and they might think Schaffgott might just roll. But I just think these guys are just super high level. I think it's going to go a long time. I think it might go to the distance, but I'm just going to take the over 1.5 here since I'm getting it at -120. I think they're both high-level grapplers. I don't think either of them are going to get submitted. And then when it comes to getting knocked out, I mean, they do have knockout power, but we've seen both these guys get rocked in the past. Schaffgott especially. We've seen him in some dangerous positions, but neither of these guys have never been finished. I think one time Harris has been finished between them. So I think both of them last. I think it might go to the distance, but I'm scared to play that, so I'm just going to take the over 1.5 at -120.
All right.
Next up, I'm going to lay some juice here with Puna Soriano at -180.
Wow.
Over your boy, Nick Maximov.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz Fight Academy.
I'm going to call Nate right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's super game, dude. He obviously, we just mentioned he trains with Nick Diaz at the Nick Diaz Academy. He took that Contender Series fight at heavyweight, even though he's a middleweight. But he is still pretty green. He's coming in here only at 24. I was rewatching his Brundage fight, his Cody Brundage fight at UFC 266. He's not the most technical fighter, can get kind of sloppy when he shoots in for takedowns, doesn't have the greatest exchanges on the feet. And Puna, I know he got outstruck in his last fight against Brendan Allen, but I mean, he's got pretty crisp boxing. He's super heavy-handed when it comes to it. I think he's going to be able to deal with the takedowns and the wrestling of Maximov at some point and be able to make this more of a striking battle. And if it does go to the ground, we haven't gotten to see enough of it with Puna on the ground. We saw it a little bit in the Jamie Pickett fight. He is a D3 All-American wrestler in college, state champion judo, state champion wrestler. I think he can work on the ground better than some people are giving him credit for. So I think Puna, honestly, is probably going to knock him out in the second round, or maybe the third if this one ends up going late. But I think he's going to be able to deal with the wrestling of Maximov. And if it is a striking affair, I think he's going to have the advantage.
Oh, wow. Okay. And
I know you're upset about that.
No,
one,
I mean,
especially after the your boy you tried to warn me about in Bellator.
That's right. God, not my brain. DC's guy. Oh my God.
Wow, he's probably watching right now too.
Yeah. Oh my God, Bellator wrestler.
Man,
Daniel. Oh my God, I can't believe
this is
Cormier.
Now you're going to be the one getting called out on Twitter.
Not Nick Piccini. Oh my God, what's the name of the dude? Kyle Crutchmer.
Kyle Crutchmer. Yeah.
Kyle Crutchmer. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, Soriano. He's also coming off his first loss. he's training with Eric Nixick. When you're coming off your first loss, man, like, are you going to improve? Or are you going to take those next steps, or are you going to kind of let it build on itself? I think he's going to improve here. So I think he's going to get the win. So I'm willing to lay a little bit of juice on it.
All right.
Lastly, the last single that we're going to go with, I am going to take the underdog in the main event in Jack Hermansson against Sean Strickland.
Wow.
Yeah.
You changed your pick after you saw Jack on the show, and he's so likable. Doesn't he look like that actor?
I mean, Jack is the man.
Isn't he like, the coolest guy in the world?
It's a rare thing, but it feels like Jack, like the actor, is a worse looking version of Jack.
Yeah. You see the resemblance.
I see what you're talking about.
Oh my god!
It's like almost like the actor looks like a schlubby version of Jack. Like if Jack had never got into fighting, that would be him.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like the battle of the crazy, like the psychopaths, man. Like I know everyone says how crazy Sean Strickland is. Jack's kind of wild himself. I mean, the whole ice fishing thing, cutting his foot open.
Oh my god, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. But personally, I think this thing's going to be a war. I mean, it's two durable guys. They're never going to quit on this fight. I think it could potentially go 5 rounds here. I'm super excited for it. Strickland, he's obviously super solid on the feet. He's always throwing combinations. Underrated ground game. But I do think this is going to be his toughest test that he's faced at middleweight. I know he's undefeated in the UFC at middleweight. He's actually undefeated in his entire career at middleweight, 17-0. But I think this is just going to be a new test for him. He's going against a pure middleweight, high-level grappling, and he's going to be going for takedowns the entire 5 rounds if it goes that way. I know Jack said he wanted to get him out of there earlier, but I mean, that's going to be tough against Sean Strickland. I think this fight's going to go long. I think it's going to be incredibly close, and I actually think if there's going to be a finish, I think it's going to be a Hermansson sub rather than a Strickland knockout. So in a fight that, in my opinion, is very close, I'll take the dog at plus 195. Plus, doesn't really mean anything for this fight. It's kind of an individual case-by-case scenario, but 6 straight underdogs have cashed in UFC main events, so there's that.
I like the pick. I'm actually a little surprised. I wanted to ask him. Why.
There's just a lot going on back there.
I wanted to ask him why and how he felt about being the dog. Listen, when things happen, you're just supposed to pretend like they don't happen.
I was trying not to, but I got about 19 Slack messages, and then I know you didn't hear that stat I just dropped at the end.
No, it was a great stat. It was a fantastic stat.
Never heard it.
But how about Jack Hermansson, the dog?
I mean, he's the man. Yeah. So these are the 5 singles that I'm taking. If we can get the recap up here, Philip Rowe, Akeem Dawodu. Eventually, we're gonna get it up. It's
One
coming.
of these days.
I don't know. If we're gonna get it.
We're never gonna get it.
I think
maybe you didn't make it.
Nah, there it is. There it is.
Okay.
And this is just a mess.
There it is.
There it is. All right, those are the singles. All right, let's run through these 2 parlays real quick. All right, parlay number 1. I'm going to go with Denise Bondar over Malcolm Gordon. Gordon has an incredibly sketchy chin. When he gets hit in the fight, it's typically over pretty quickly. He's going against a guy in Bondar who's incredibly aggressive. He's got a solid ground game. He's active ground and pound. And I think he gets him out of here. Whether it's a sub or a KO, I think Bondar is going to be able to handle him pretty easily here. And then the second leg of it is my guy Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yes.
I do think people are overlooking Carlston Harris a little bit, but I think Rakhmonov is the real deal. I think this is going to be a war. I think it's going to go long. It could be a close decision. I don't know if Rakhmonov's going to be able to finish him. It'd be incredibly impressive if he could. If either of these guys get a finish, it's going to do wonders for their career. It'll be super impressive, but I think Rakhmonov is going to be able to handle this. I mean, he's just so well-rounded, whether it's in the striking or on the ground. I think he's going to be able to deal with Harris and be able to get there. So that pays out at plus 102. I'm going to put a unit on that. I do believe we have a graphic for it if we want to get a nice visualization of it here. There it is. There it is. There it is. And then the last parlay, let's just run through it real quick. It is the prop parlay. I mentioned both these already. Mina Keem, Trezano over 1.5. Hermansson Strickland over 1.5. I think both those are going to go long. That one pays out minus 142.
I like the second one. I'd be surprised if that one is shorter than 1.5.
All right, maybe you jinxed it.
Yeah, I probably did.
It's on you if you jinxed it. DraftKings League.
Oh yeah,
we're just making 100 people the new standard. That's the standard now. Is
I think 100 for a
people.
Fight night is fair. I think for a pay-per-view you can.
We go 150. Let's go for 150 next week.
Is it in like you could go infinite?
You can go up to 200.
That's the max. I think for a big pay-per-view,
for like the league that I created so far. Maybe we'll have to call DraftKings, get a new cap on it.
I think for a big pay-per-view, you could do more. You could get more.
Let's go 150 next week.
Okay, we'll do 150 for pay-per-views, 100 for fight nights.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right,
let's do that. So I'll tweet the link out, but we'll get a new DraftKings next week. I also got to do one quick shout out, man.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling through Reddit.
Yeah,
just reading like the combat sports thing, and I click on a link, and someone's like, "Oh yeah, I got a new follower on BMMA Tips." It's like a website for like people to like post paid picks or whatever. And I click on the link, dude, and it's just this guy is just calling me out. This guy's Sidekick KO. He says for you to email him.
For what? He wants to be the new guy?
I mean, he breaks down fights. He does a really good job of it. So I will plug him. I like doing my own research, but then it's
wait.
Nice
the
to hear
dude
from other
talks
people.
smack, and now you're
no. He didn't. No, he didn't talk. He didn't really talk smack.
Okay.
He just kind of exposed me on my Bellator going 4-0, and then me following him. And then he put the Kermit the Frog drinking the tea. Yeah. So I got embarrassed by that. I mean, look at this. I mean, it came out of nowhere. Yeah, he called me out pretty hard. So yeah, I figured I'd give him a shot.
I like that. That's sort of like reverse psychology. Call you out.
He asked for one too.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he breaks down fights pretty brilliantly. I mean, he's definitely a smart
You know what I've
mind.
learned about this world that we're residing in here with the bets? Like everyone's very territorial.
They're very hostile.
Yeah,
They're very
like,
hostile.
Geez, Louise.
It's,
What, like you're the only ones? Oh, you go on a 3-week stretch of good picks, and all of a sudden you think you're freaking Thomas Brady.
That guy's good. I'm not starting any wars here.
Remember that other jabron who was coming at us?
He's also not a jabron. He's not a jabron.
By the way, how's that whole like betting on favorites and Bellator thing working out?
Oh well, it's not working out well for me.
That
betting on underdogs isn't working out for me either.
Neither is.
No, but I got exposed pretty hard on Reddit there, so I just had to.
All right. Which Reddit?
The sportsbook Reddit.
Oh, this is a sportsbook Reddit. I don't go on any of them. If I gotta be honest. I mean, I go, Chang's, but other than that, I don't go.
PF Chang's.
Yeah, I don't. I know New York Rick loves the Reddit. He's on there. I think Shaheen loves the Reddit too, but I don't know. I can't get into it. Is that bad? Should I not have said that? Are they going to come after me now?
You might want to refrain from saying which Reddit.
I mean, you could just be scrolling Reddit and then.
Listen. I'm waiting for an MMA Hour or Helwani Reddit. I want one of those. I mean, can I not get one? And all the content that we pump out here, can we not get a Reddit page?
I know.
Would be nice.
That would have been a good place to.
Yeah.
To put it, yeah.
Okay, New York Rick says, shout out to our MMA. Wall Street Bets, he says.
Yeah, MMA is great. Yeah, Wall Street Bets. Sportsbook is good. MMA betting is another good one.
R/MMA is a great one. Shout out to them.
Great one.
He also says this other one, which I don't even know what it is. Fighter and the Kid.
Oh, God, that's the best one there is.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, you haven't been to it?
Never.
I've never been to it, yeah.
No, never heard of it. But I'll check it out. All right, so those are the picks?
Those are the picks.
God bless. No wrestling picks. They're off this week.
No wrestling. No.
No LFA either.
UFC.
You got the poster, but no LFA.
I think I might make some LFA plays later in the week.
Okay. All right.
I got deep in the weeds on this card.
Yeah. I don't blame you. So that's the UFC prelims at 4 Eastern on Plus, and then 7 Eastern main card. Also on Plus here in America.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. BT Sport in the UK. And then LFA on Friday. Okay. Thank you, sir. God bless.